Iran's protest movement may be quieter on the streets, but behind closed doors, a new phase of repression is unfolding. Mass arrests are surging, secret trials are expanding, and fear is spreading across the country. Iran's authorities appear to be shifting tactics in their ongoing crackdown on dissent. After weeks of violent confrontations on the streets, the government is now focusing on mass arrests, legal intimidation, and silent repression aimed at dismantling protest networks from within. Human rights organizations and activist groups report that thousands of people have been detained in recent weeks, including students, journalists, lawyers, artists, and ordinary citizens accused of participating in or supporting protests. Many arrests are reportedly taking place at night, with security forces raiding homes and confiscating phones, laptops, and personal documents. Families of detainees say they are often given no information about where their loved ones are being held. In numerous cases, authorities have refused to provide charges or allow access to legal representation. Lawyers inside Iran report that detainees are being pressured to sign confessions and warned not to speak to media or foreign organizations. Alongside arrests, Iran's judiciary has accelerated closed-door trials related to protest activity. These proceedings are often fast-tracked, with verdicts delivered in days rather than months. Rights groups warn that such trials lack transparency and violate basic standards of due process. State media has defended the arrests, claiming those detained are part of organized networks aimed at destabilizing the country. Officials continue to frame the protests as foreign-backed plots, rather than grassroots movements driven by economic hardship and demands for political reform. Meanwhile, reports suggest conditions inside detention centers are worsening. Former detainees and families describe overcrowded facilities, limited access to medical care, and harsh interrogation methods. Activists say the strategy is designed to break resistance quietly without the international attention sparked by street violence. Universities have become a particular focus. Students accused of protesting face suspensions, expulsions, and bans from continuing their education. Professors who express sympathy for demonstrators have reportedly been dismissed or warned to remain silent. The crackdown is also extending into workplaces. Employees in state-linked industries and private companies alike report being questioned by security agencies about their political views and online activity. Some have lost their jobs after being accused of supporting protests on social media. International human rights organizations have expressed alarm, warning that Iran is entering a phase of systematic repression aimed at erasing dissent rather than confronting it publicly. Calls for the release of political prisoners and independent investigations into detentions continue to grow. Despite the intense pressure, activists say resistance has not disappeared. Instead, it has shifted into quieter forms, from symbolic acts to online expression when possible and community-level support for detainees' families. The protest movement, they argue, is evolving rather than ending. Analysts note that while mass arrests may reduce visible demonstrations, they often deepen long-term resentment and mistrust between the state and society. History suggests that suppressing dissent through fear can stabilize a regime temporarily, but at significant social and political cost. As Iran's streets grow quieter, the struggle moves behind prison walls, into courtrooms, universities, and workplaces, shaping the country's future in less visible but equally consequential ways. In summary, Iran's crisis is far from over. While large-scale protests have slowed, mass arrests and silent repression reveal a new phase of control, one that targets society from the inside. The world may see fewer images from the streets, but the human cost continues to rise behind closed doors. Stay informed, because what happens in silence can be just as powerful as what happens in public.